Welcome to Two Women, No Filter,
where we say the things everyone's thinking, but no one's saying out loud.
Are people aging backwards, or does it just seem so? I mean, 40 doesn't look like it used to many years ago.
Actually, I thought about this the other day. When my mom was 35, and I'm now 55, but when my mom was 35, she was absolutely like I am now at 55. So I'm aging a little better than she did.
I think the truth is that we are smarter and more educated. We do have more against us, but there's also more things available to us.
Totally agree. I've been waiting for this conversation all week. Let's dive into this.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about biohacking, regenerative medicine, longevity, epigenetics, all of that good stuff. And what does it all mean?
So this whole biohacking thing, like it kind of really sounds like a naughty thing, but I obviously know that it's a healthy thing. But tell me a little bit more about that. What does that actually mean?
Sure. So biohacking means that you don't have to age the way your genes say so. So epigenetics is the study of lifestyle and how it affects your genes, right? So we have these genetic predispositions, right? You might have cancer predisposition. Other people might have the MTHFR, and it's our lifestyle that turns on those genes or not. And unfortunately, a lot of our lifestyles, right? What we eat.
So the lifestyle can trigger.
Absolutely.
The acceleration of those things.
Right. Just because you have BRCA doesn't mean you're going to get breast cancer. But the different terminology, I think, really has to do with who's saying it. Mm-hmm. So our medical director likes to say regenerative medicine. If you're listening to Gary Brecka or Joe Rogan, they're going to say biohacking. Mm-hmm. I think the Real Housewives love to hear anti-aging or longevity. So it really depends on who's saying it. I'm a master esthetician, and I have grappled with this because I follow this one. I follow many plastic surgeons, and I always hear wear your sunscreen. And so I had so much training for a decade. I was saying the same thing, wear your sunscreen. But now as a wellness professional, it's like, oh my gosh, no, less chemicals, right? Cancer, aging, you're having chemicals fry on your skin in the sun, right? And so we've learned or been taught that the sun is the enemy, but it's not. We need the sun. We just need it in smart amounts.
And the sun detoxes you in a lot of ways.
And it builds your vitamin D, which is necessary for all of these things, including your hormones.
And not all sunscreen is bad. Like, I think there's one that I use that's zinc oxide is the primary mineral in it for blocking, and that's a natural. So it's not all the chemicals so it's be more mindful as to what you're using, because not everything on the shelf is safe.
Most things on the shelf are not safe, but sunscreen, there's two different kinds. There's a chemical and there's a physical. And so there's one that you're reflecting the sun, so it comes on you, and that's your zinc, and that's the good one. Or it's the chemical one that's like just you're absorbing it, but
not only you're absorbing the rays, but you're also absorbing the chemicals as they seep into the biggest organ on your body, which is your skin, and gets into your body. So we never questioned this stuff before. We thought, oh my God, if it's on the shelves at the supermarket or the store, it's got to be safe, right? Well, there's always something you've got to just ask yourself: is it
so
safe?
Expensive too, right?
It's ridiculous, girl.
Yeah.
But, sorry, back to biohacking.
That's okay.
We strayed.
So biohacking is basically taking control of your biology instead of leaving it to chance.
So like when I come in and I get IV therapy.
Exactly.
Like I'm adding more, helping my mineral deficiency, or at least balancing myself.
Sure.
That's a form of biohacking. What else is another form of biohacking?
Sure. So what we're putting in those bags really matters, right? So replenishing your deficiencies is one way of optimizing your cells, But also there's a way to reverse the damage on them by using agents like NAD or methylene blue or ozone therapy. Oxidative therapies are huge right now. And so that's also your hyperbaric chambers. And in Ayurvedic medicine, which has been around for thousands of years, there's a practice of just breathing. Because how deep are we breathing?
Not very deep anymore.
No.
Fast and shallow.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Right. And when you think about it at the end of your life, what are we missing? And what are they trying to replenish? Right? Everybody's on oxygen. So what if we did more of that throughout our life? Like, what if we took 15 minutes out of every day just to do conscientious breathing, deep breathing? I was watching a video on it the other day. I have a 60-year-old friend who doesn't wear readers or glasses at all. And he said he was able to use that Ayurvedic practice of breathing to reverse his vision loss.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No, I need to try this.
I know, right?
So if there's a reversal, I'm ready to get out of these glasses.
Yeah, so he's actually I'm meeting up with him next weekend so he can teach me.
Oh, that's exciting.
You should come.
Sign me up.
All right.
Let's do it.
So we will definitely do that.
So what about accelerating aging?
Sure. So look at all the things: chronic stress, environment, our food, the water, the air, right? I mean, have you ever used one of those testing kits in the grocery store that's like test your water for free?
Oh, yes. I actually bought one of these gizmos that you stuck into the water and then it would turn it a weird color if it was, depending on what was in it. But yeah, I understand.
Did it turn a weird color?
Yeah, it did.
Do you have any filters?
I absolutely have filters in my shower heads now. Obviously, I have the refrigerator filter. However, it doesn't cover the ice that's made. But I got half of it going on. But those filters I do definitely have.
All right. We'll definitely have to do a deep dive into this one later because there's so many options and nobody knows what to choose.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. But chronic stress is a big one. Tell me who is not stressed right now. Tell me who's not been having a hard time over the last couple of years, 3 years, since the beginning of COVID.
Right. Yeah, that just kind of went into overdrive for a lot of people with stress.
Yeah, and then we've seen a lot of deaths. We've seen
illnesses.
Right, and then a lot of people have woken up to what's really happening in the world. And I mean, how fucking stressful is that?
I know. I never paid attention as much as I should have when I was younger, but I definitely am paying attention now.
I didn't even know who the governor was.
Oh.
Now I'm like, get out and vote. And then I went to, does it really matter?
Yes, it matters. Yeah, I know.
What we keep hearing.
Right. All right, I'm being hopeful.
All right, well, we'll link that back to the chronic stress.
There you go.
Food, right? Even if it's grown, look at our soil. Our soil is bad. Everything seems to be counting against us right now.
I mean, I hear our soils are deficient.
Completely depleted.
What
about the chemicals they're putting right on our food?
Okay, that's
right?
stressful.
Like here, everybody has this histamine reaction to wheat, and yet they're able to eat it all day long in Greece and Italy, and right, like it's in every other country, it's part of every meal. Here, it has to be a special treat or we're inflamed, and you're not absorbing the nutrients from what you're eating because the grains are causing inflammation. And that's with all of our food. And now it's even our fruits and vegetables. Our meat is not what it's supposed to be. So it's very overwhelming. So it's a miracle that anybody is aging backwards.
This is true. So then if we're going to recap this, biohacking, longevity, and epigenetics.
Epigenetics.
I can never get that right. really it's all about how we're living our lives, what we're putting in our bodies, the stress levels, how we're overcoming that, and the small things that we can do that can make a big difference, like the IV therapy, ozone peptides, hormone optimization, hyperbaric chamber. I did that for the first time, how long ago? 4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Girl, I slept so good. I think I slept so good for a day.
I love the hyperbaric.
I mean, could we sleep in that all night long?
You
or is that bad?
There was, they used to say that's what Michael Jackson slept in. And I'm sure he took naps in his. Mm-hmm. But yeah, max 2 hours.
Gotcha. Darn. But anyway.
There is such a thing as too much.
So these little steps.
So those are things that we can do on the outside, but it's everyday things, right? Optimizing our sleep, keeping stress levels down, and I don't even know how we do that at this point. But Stephen Cabral writes a book called The Rain Barrel Effect. And in it, he talks about each of these things is another drop in your bucket. And your bucket can only take so much, but you have to have all of these factors, right? You have to have the genetic predisposition. You have to have lifestyle. You have to have that stress. You have to have all of these things in place in order to get one of the big illnesses. Without even one of them, it's not going to happen. I think over the next few weeks, we're going to deep dive into each one of these things. Specific things that you can do to help is the goal for the coming weeks.
Okay, that sounds good. I am going to enjoy learning more about this because trust me, I could definitely stand to age backwards a few 5-10 years.
Who couldn't? Who couldn't?
Some of us more than others, but
No, definitely. Before it used to be about Botox and fillers, and now it's about peptides and oxidative therapies and red lights right? It's not what it used to be.
Exactly.
So biohacking used to be weird. Now it's $1 billion industry.
I mean, I hear about it all the time. All the celebs and all the, people out there just TikTok, you can't get away from it. There's always something on there for red light therapy. They're even doing peptides now, pushing all kinds of different stuff. So it's everywhere.
It is everywhere. And a lot of that stuff is gray area. So you can't just go all willy-nilly ordering from just anybody. And most people don't realize that because peptides specifically are widely unregulated. It's like the Wild West right now.
Yeah.
So just because you're getting it doesn't mean it's efficient. It doesn't mean that it is clean, right? Because they don't have to turn in their records to anywhere that says this is the efficacy and this is, the limit of myotoxins in it.
Yeah. So definitely make sure that your source is credible, accredited, and someone that you trust.
And ask for that lab sheet.
Right.
If they don't give it to you, I would start looking other places immediately.
Joe Rogan talks a lot about this stuff too. So he's definitely, put it in my ear earlier on. When
you have a lifestyle like he did, right? He was a fighter. And so it's more important for him, right? Or football players, people who have had multiple concussions, right? Think about what it's done to your brain. And you can reverse some of that damage using the hyperbaric chamber, using NAD, right? And so each one of these things, it's like, what is it really doing for our cells? What is putting that oxygen deep down into your cells mean? What does NAD do for your mitochondria, right? And then if the aging part of our DNA or cells is, the length of the telomeres is what we're finding. What's going to keep those telomeres longer?
Right. Right.
So those are the things that we will definitely be unpacking in the coming weeks.
Well, I'm really excited to dive into this.
So are we actually healthier or are we better looking?
I mean, I think it's a combination. We're more mindful, too.
That's true.
Like, there's a lot of things that are different from back then to now.
That's true, including TikTok and Instagram videos that teach us how to contour our makeup.
I tried that once. It didn't work for me. I need something a little different.
It depends on what I'm doing and where I'm going but I'm terrible at makeup. Terrible. Thanks for joining us today as we break down longevity, biohacking, epigenetics. Hope you learned something new. Join us next week as we dive into NAD, which has been all over the place. You can even buy it at Sprouts. I saw it on the shelf. And the difference between different delivery modes, which one is better, and what it's really doing for you.
Until next time.
Keep it tight, keep it punchy.